Good morning, grade 9, and welcome to our next set of lessons for Excel. We're up to lesson 4. We're going to split this lesson book into 2 different days. Going to do 4:1 to 4:11 today, and then 4:12 and on after for tomorrow. So the first thing that we're going to talk about is formatting dates. There's lots of different ways that you can format dates. And one of the errors when you deal with worksheets is this one over here. Do you see where it says 10/03/2008? Is this October 3rd or is this March 10th? And it's really hard to tell. So formatting of dates, sometimes this is the international universal way of doing it, and you will learn different ways as we go through this lesson. So you can also launch the Format Cell dialog box from the ribbon, click on Home, Number, and then the dialog launcher or the drop-down box will occur, and you can see that here. Open sales week ended March 14th, 2008. Another interesting thing to notice in this lesson is the note here that we have on the left-hand side of our worksheet, and it talks about the location. So the location drop-down lists the bottom of the Format Cells dialog box, and the default is set to the Windows region that you might have picked or the language option that you would have picked. So probably we'll say English, and then it might say United States. You want to make sure that you have English United States picked, because that way the date will automatically format according to what is most widely acceptable in North America. We're going to skip lesson 4 too. You can read it through for fun. It's kind of interesting that Excel begins the world, or says the world began in 1990, and that's a bit of a limitation for Excel. So what Excel does is every time and every date can be stored as a number. So if you want to read this through, you can, but please don't do the worksheet for that. It's not necessary for what we need to know about Excel. Next is understanding how to format numbers using some built-in number formats. I love this. When I am building a Excel worksheet that is using dollars and cents, I can very quickly and easily make it into dollars and cents using the currency style that you see in here, and we'll get to how to do that. So one thing to note, when you format a number, if the number is like this, 483.45495, and you format to display only 2 decimal points, which is 43.45, the value of that number never changes. Excel still stores that number the way it was originally, so the value never changes. So in this one, please open sales week ended March 14th, 2008, number 1. If you want to know a little bit more about the rounding, probably the penny rounding problem, you can read the side note over here. There's actually a formula, which is a rounding formula. We're not going to be using this formula in this lesson, but it is there in case you ever want to see it. This is a more advanced lesson. Again, we're going to be skipping 4-4. This is how to create custom number formats. I don't really think there's a lot of value in that for you at this point in your Excel career, but if you wanted to go through it for fun, you can. Otherwise, please skip this lesson. All right, now we're coming to the section where we're starting to format our cells. So what this means, and format our spreadsheets. So what this means is that when we format our spreadsheets or format our cells, it is the way that it's going to be displayed on the screen or the way it's going to print. And over here, you will see a general example. You see these icons over here? It just shows you a quick and easy way of how the cells are going to be formatted. So we have a line left, a line center, a line right, justify, that means all the way across, and distribute it. And you can also see how that works out with an example over here. In the general format, Excel aligns numbers and dates to the right and text to the left, but you can change that if you don't like it that way. So this is an interesting lesson about that. Open sales week ended the 14th of March 2008, number 3 for this lesson. Lesson 4.6 deals with merging cells, wrapping text, expanding and collapsing the formula bar. This is an important lesson. You'll be using this a lot if you continue to work with Excel in different parts of your life. This is one where you will actually use this lesson a lot. So open sales week ended the 14th of March 2008, number 4, and work through this lesson. So in lesson 4.5, we horizontally aligned the contents of a cell. That means we aligned it from side to side horizontally. In this lesson, we're going to learn how to align it top to bottom, which is vertically. So again, you can see the icons here. This is what you see in your ribbon, by the way. You would see the top, the middle, the bottom, and there is no icon for justify or distributed, but you can do that. You can also do that. If you wanted, for example, your text to be centered, completely centered from side to side and top to bottom, then you would choose a middle alignment for your vertical alignment, a middle alignment for your horizontal alignment. Open sales week ended the 14th of March 2008, number 5 for this lesson. And just as we have learned in Word and in PowerPoint, in Excel, we can also enter a theme. And a theme in Excel is exactly the same as it was in Word and in PowerPoint. It is a certain set of fonts, colors, and effects that go nicely together. And Excel will have some common themes that you can use. It's a default theme. There is a default theme. You can read the note for the default theme over here. And you can also see the themes if you have the drop down arrow by the word themes. You can see all the different themes that they have. Again, just like in Word and in PowerPoint, you can create your own theme by changing some of the current settings in the current themes. So there's also a color set over here as well. You can choose your own text and your own background colors. And finally, there's an effect theme as well. So again, it's fonts, colors, and effects. For this lesson, just read through the lesson. There's actually nothing for you to do yet. You're just gathering information. In this lesson, you're learning how to use cell styles and how to change the themes. So what you learned and read in the last lesson, 4.8, you're now applying in 4.9. In order for themes to work their magic, you must get in the habit of using cell styles to format cells based only upon the options available in the current theme. So what I mean with this is sometimes when you're using cell styles, and the same thing happens in Word, when you're trying to format Word and you choose a color scheme, let's say in Word, there's only certain colors that come up for you quickly to choose those colors. Those colors are the ones that are in the current theme. And Excel is this exact same way. If you go to the ribbon, by the way, cell styles is what you would use to apply certain themes and apply certain colors. This is your go-to to change the way that your cells look in a workbook or on a worksheet. So open sales week ended March 14th, 2008, number 6 to complete this lesson. Excel has made it very easy for us. They have some things that they call title styles. They got total styles where it automatically puts a double line underneath, things that work well for calculations and things that you're going to use more often when you're working with worksheets. Lesson 4.10 deals with adding colors and gradient effects to cells. Remember, gradient effects is where it goes from light to dark. Most of the time, solid colors are all you need, but you want to make the data look more interesting for a PowerPoint presentation, or if you're publishing something in a newsletter or a web page, you can do it this way. It's always a good idea to restrict your colors to the choice that goes with your theme. Excel has already spent a lot of time figuring out what colors go best with what themes, and usually we don't have as much time to fiddle with that. So I always use their themes because I think this is a really great way to go. Everything fits well together and everything very quickly looks very professional and very organized. In this lesson, use sales week ended 14th March 2008, number 7. And this is the last lesson for this section. It's lesson 4.11. It's learning how to add borders and lines. If you don't do this, then automatically Excel, even though it looks on the screen like you've added some lines or there are lines there, Excel will print your worksheet without any lines. So we need to learn how to add borders and lines. You can open the sales analysis file for this lesson. Another thing to note that if your borders are not the classic typical borders, say outside or inside border that goes around a certain certain range of values, you can use the draw border line tool to quickly add complex borders. And it's a really quick way to do this. Click on Home, Font, Borders drop down arrow and draw border. The other thing to note is that changing the border line style or color, you can do that automatically from the drop-down menu. So again, very easy to do. You don't even have to go to the Format Cells dialog box for the borders. You can just very quickly do it that way when you have a cell selected. And that's it for today's lesson. Have a good day.